Hello everybody, it's Adi here again from DNA, and I am back to try and help you save money by not buying plugins that you don't need, and hopefully showing you some plugins that you will find useful in the future. Today we have this. It's called Slam Pro and is by Skillz. If you decide that you like this plugin and would like to try it out or purchase it, please use the link below. It will help to support the video and the channel at no cost to you whatsoever. Thank you very much. Right, let's get straight into it. Today we have this little loop which I put together. Doesn't sound great. It's not supposed to sound great. It's just kind of supposed to showcase the plugin that we're going to look at today. So let's start off with let's have a look at the interface first. There are 3 ways to manipulate the bass in this, and we will hear what they all do. There is a sort of distortion saturation module here with 3 different sounds. This is the sort of high boost, and we can check here how we boost it. Input and output. This is based on input, so if you just kind of like crank the input without touching anything here, you will kind of make it saturate. Here we have 2 different types of dynamics processors. I'm not sure exactly what this one does, but it sounds to me to be more of a limiter than a compressor, and this one has 4 different types that we could use. Wet and dry knobs, of course. And this stereo thing is something that I don't really use very often, but from time to time I do. It allows you to control the stereo width in 2 bands, essentially. So let's get going. We'll pop it on the drums to start with. It'd help if I get the right one, wouldn't it? There we go. So as we can hear, it does have its own sound without any processing. When we drive it, it will saturate. So we could use it as a preamp if we wanted to. Interestingly, the meter here is giving us more headroom, but there is in fact more volume. I guess it's hitting some sort of limiter in there, and it's giving it a bit of harmonics. A little bit of distortion, a little bit of saturation. It's nice. It's nice. Let's back it off though, because that's not. We've had a look at that. Let's make the the bass. It's a little bit kind of like weedy in the bass, isn't it? So plus seems to be more like minus, and minus seems to be more like plus. Let's leave it there just for now. This seems to be kind of like a higher, I don't know what we could call this, maybe 80 hertz, somewhere between 60 and 80 hertz maybe where it's boosting. This will surely be the sub. Already we've given it plenty of extra oomph. Let's see if we saturate it with the input a little bit, what happens. So now we kind of have unity, so the level before and after is similar, and the sound is definitely different. let's see what else we can do. Let's see if adding a little bit of heat will help. I don't think it will in this particular occasion. I tend to stay away from 1 and 2, but we can hear them. It sounds kind of like a tube, doesn't it? I don't know what that sounds like. Maybe, oh, I don't know, 1 or 2 on this one. Just for a little bit of extra something. Let's try the air band. A little bit of extra presence at 5K. So we're kind of going through most of the options here. Of course, you don't have to use them all. You can just use one. I'm just kind of showing you what the plugin does. This obviously has different timings. For example, here we have a slower attack by the sounds of it. Those 3 are relatively simple. I think I usually use between these 2. Just controlling what we've done here a little bit. It's just kind of like touching it. That's kind of cranked it up there so you can hear what the compressor is really doing. It needs the slightest amount. And let's smash it. So we've pretty much overcooked it here, haven't we? Let's leave it here for now. Let's see what else we can do here. I think the bass, for example, could potentially benefit a little bit. Now, on the bass here you see duck. If you want to know more about that, go and check my other videos out. You'll find lots of information about this very, very nice, exciting new plugin. Definitely go check that out. Not much point in playing with the bass for this. Although that was definitely tube. Like the second one I recognize, but I just can't say what it is. It's actually giving it a bit of vibe. I quite like that. I often find myself using the 5K option here. Not sure that we need the compressor. Let's try if the limiter helps in any way. Making it sounded quite nice, really. I wouldn't say that it's making it sound more analog. I don't think it is really. There's some other stuff going on here. It's probably a lot more digital than analog, but it's nice. It's giving it its own vibe. You'll hear me using this word quite a lot. Just more interesting, isn't it? I like that. Okay, let's have a look at the ARP. Maybe we can improve this one, maybe not. Let's find out. This particular type of saturation has a nice bit of movement to it, which I quite like. From a mixing point of view, we could give it a bit of 10 because the other one had 5. And if we put the input in, it pushes the distortion harder. There are all kinds of peaks going on here with this one, which is okay. Of course, once you have all these settings dialed into your own taste, this is literally kind of on the spot experimentation. Further mixing, you know, EQ will be required to kind of make everything sit nicely into the mix. However, we have an interesting result here. Let's see what it sounds like with the before and after. So we are hearing things being fuller. We're hearing more kind of like movement from our use of saturation. We're hearing more sort of interest in the sound, more vibe. It almost sounds like the stereo field has been altered ever so slightly, even though we in fact did not. We kind of turned that off. So all in all, I think we've done some interesting things to the sound here. So in conclusion, we have Skillz Slam Pro, an affordable multi-effects unit which can be used sparingly, or it can be used lavishly. Probably not the best thing to do, because you don't need to use everything just because you have everything. We just kind of like tried out stuff, basically. So if you like this plugin, please use the link below to check out the demo or to buy it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye now.